We're going to turn our attention to a different subject altogether. This one has to do with a planned protest that is designed to last for 10 straight days, 1st of August to 10th of August. And that protest in itself, even though it's still a little over a week away to commence, that is if it commences, has become a controversial issue. We realize that politicians on both sides of the divide have been reacting to this announcement. Of course, Niger State governor has come out to say, look, my youth are not interested. They are too engaged to be protesting in this regard. But then again, those who are behind these protests say it is in connection. In fact, it is their reaction or response to the economic hardship being faced by citizens in this country right now. How it will pan out is left to be seen, but it has become a point of discussion on several platforms in this country and even beyond as it stands right now. I'm joined by Adamu Rabiu, who is a politician and a socio-economic analyst. Thank you for joining us on the program.
Thank you, Mr. Uy.
Good to see you.
Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, our viewers and our listeners. And I hope and I wish and I pray for the best of today to all of us. Good morning, Nigeria.
Thank you. You and I know that the NSAS may be almost 4 years behind us, but Nigerians don't seem to have recovered from it. Because I remember very clearly that following the damage that was recorded in Lagos, the governor of that state, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, said the budget of the state for that year, that ongoing year, was a little over 2 trillion. According to him, he had estimated that it would take at least 1 trillion, right, for a state that had budgeted over just a little over 2 trillion. It would take 1 trillion to fix the damage that had been done in Lagos. Do you see another such incident coming up?
Yes and no. It depends on how Nigerians decide to approach the issue of the protest. For NSAS, of course, government has not actually come out to tell us the quantum volume of losses that it incurred. That is the Lagos state government itself, and then of course federal government. None of them have actually come out. So probably that is why, on his part, government has not actually been very serious in making sure that it's within the democratic tenets. So for this planned protest, we have to look at various angles to see if it is worth it, and then try to advise government and the protesters on the best way or the best approach to follow. We have to look at the legitimacy of the action itself. Is it legitimate in the first instance? Yeah. For legitimacy, we'll say, yeah, it is, because in democracy, without protest, then actually it is not democracy. Look at the U.S. When there is protest, then democracy is well and good. When there is no protest, like in China, they say China is not practicing democracy. So
you cannot protest in China.
So you cannot protest in China. You understand? But of course, they have their own reasons. So since it is a legitimate right under democracy to protest, then it is actually legitimate. Then secondly is people who are voted into offices based on promises they made. You understand? But then what are those promises? This present government promises about eight items under the manifesto. But for lack of accountability, this is almost 2 years. I'm not sure if they have been able to do 50% of just one item in that manifesto, you understand? And nobody has called them to account. There's nobody to account to, you understand? By the time they do 4 years, by the time they do 8 years, everybody will just pack their bags and baggages and leave. And Nigerians are at a loss. What has happened? You understand? So since the beginning of the administration, on the very first day, that is when this hardship started. On the very first day, before the government even sat down to even study the situation, even look at the budget that was prepared by the previous government, you understand, decided to remove fuel subsidy. That is the only thing that Nigerians enjoy. That fuel subsidy. Apart from that,
so you're saying the government should have left the fuel subsidy?
They should have left it. Sit down, look at the situation, and then decide on the best way to move around. You understand? But they didn't. You understand? They went ahead and removed it. Now everything has turned upside down, and everywhere, everybody is just crying. Figures from the NBS and the Ministry of Finance are scary. You understand? They are saying that by August, you understand, about 33 million Nigerians will be food insecure. That is next month. 33 million. That is no small amount, number of people. You understand? And then they are saying that also by that August, like about 133 million people are going to be multidimensionally poor. You understand? How many are we in Nigeria? Well, about 220 by estimate. You understand? So if you take 133 that they are going to be dimensionally poor, that is a very scary figure. You understand? So that is by the way. You understand? But look at the Nigerian Constitution. Under section 40, 39, and 38, Nigerians have the right for free association, free movement, free joining, free receiving information, imparting information to each other to protect their own interests. You understand? This planned protest is nothing but to protect their own interests, because as it looks, you understand, between government, between the civil society, between the judiciary, the law enforcement agency, nobody has been able to come out and defend Nigeria and Nigerians. It is very sad. It is very sad. Nobody can say, okay, I will come and speak with the government so that the government will hear, and then they say two brains are better than one. Likewise, three brains are better than one or two. You understand? So if you don't get to listen from people, then that's an issue. You understand?
But government's
Also,
government's concern is also that such protests as these are often hijacked by people with sinister motives to wreak havoc. Is that argument not valid enough?
You can say yes based on antecedents. If you take the answers, you understand. But since government have pre-knowledge of what is going to happen, what they should do from that first day that they heard about it is to plan on how to make sure that the protests went peacefully. They should, that is the job of law enforcement agencies, the SS, the police, you understand. All law enforcement agencies.
They should provide security for the protesters.
They should provide security for the protesters and provide security for the generality of the citizens of Nigeria. They shouldn't be moving about in convoys, you understand, guarding one person, you understand. Their job is to protect Nigeria and Nigerians, you understand. That is their main job, and that is part of what this government has promised Nigeria, security, you understand. So they should go ahead and make sure that the protest takes place in a sane atmosphere. They should protect the protesters and protect their rights, because under even the United Nations human rights, you understand, individuals are born free, you understand. They have the right to protest, to protect their interests, you understand. Even under the African Human Rights Charter, you understand, under Article 11, it is there, you understand. Nigeria is a signatory. Nigeria ratified it. So the issue of saying they shouldn't does not even arise. The issue is do it peacefully. Do it peacefully. And for me, I want to call on the protesters and the organizers, if there are organizers, you understand, because this thing affects the generality of Nigeria. This hardship, whoever you are, it affects you. You understand? A module of rice is how much? Over 3,000 naira. Who can afford 3,000 naira ordinarily? You understand? Meanwhile, some people, they move about with 160 million vehicles that consumes how much? 80, 100 million naira, 100,000 fuel, you understand? Meanwhile, you are just able to approve 70,000 as minimum wage, you understand? And that hasn't even taken effect. We have not looked at the state governments, how much they are willing to pay, if they will be able to even pay. Not to talk of the local government, not to talk of the other sector of the economy, the private sector, you understand? So my suggestion, you understand, already I've given government, make sure that you provide adequate security for the protesters. Make sure you protect them. Make sure you give them the avenue to say their grievances. Because if you don't give them the avenue, then I don't know who else you are going to. We just saw last week somebody that was chosen or voted to represent a community, you understand, simply for coming out and telling the government the truth of what his constituents are facing, you understand. The National Assembly say, okay, we will now remove you from the role of we will remove you from this for simply telling the government the fact. He's there to represent people. That is his fundamental rights, you understand, that the National Assembly, you understand, has denied him, you understand, simply because of their own law. That is Section 60. Section 60 is inferior to his own fundamental rights. Under Chapter 4, they should go and look at it, you understand. And beside that, he is representing a community. He is representing a constituency. And they say, look, you are there to represent us. So go and stay our mind. He went there to tell the government their minds that they are in difficulty. Government should put palliatives in place so that they will have ease, you understand, within their lives. But that was not done. They decided
But there are people who say that, obviously that's, I
Yeah.
mean, your narrative is in reference to Senator Ali Ndume.
Exactly.
Representing Borno South.
Yes.
Being the former chief whip.
Yeah.
Some people say for somebody like Ali Ndume, who has been at the National Assembly since 2003, that's more
Yes.
than 2 decades,
Yes.
both House of Reps and Senate,
Yes.
that he should know better what the rules of engagements are.
Yeah.
That first of all, the national chairman of your party is from your region, from the north.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two is you are a high-ranking member of the party.
Yeah.
You are a ranking senator.
Yeah.
You have access to some of these people, if not all of them.
Yeah.
So they say there are better ways you could have approached this issue beyond going to the public, beyond going to television to do all of this. His intention may have been noble, may have been right, but was his approach also right?
Yeah, his approach was right. If you remembered, he came out clearly and said he has not been able to. They have not been able to, you understand. So it's a court kind of thing.
He has not been able to do what?
He has not been able to engage those that needs to be engaged, you understand, so that they will listen, you understand. They have not been. He came out and said, even in the interview, you understand, the environment wasn't given, you understand. Even the environment that the party now came out and say, okay, they have now taken a letter of complaint or petition the National Assembly to suspend it or to do what they did, you understand. It's even against the law, you understand. Because the national chairman does not have the right. It is his constituent, in fact his ward, that will have to write a petition, invite him to come and explain why he did what he did. Unsatisfactorily, it goes to the local government. Unsatisfactorily, it goes to the state. Unsatisfactorily, it goes to the national body. But it never, they didn't follow that course. You understand? So even the way they even approach it, you know that the government is just not ready.
But let's talk about that for a minute, since we are quickly looking at Ali Ndume.
Yeah.
Right
okay.
now.
Okay.
You see, even the national leadership of the party
Yeah.
has told him that he's at liberty to go join any party of his choice.
Yeah.
Shouldn't that be the honorable thing to do at this point for Senator Ali Ndume?
No. That shouldn't be. I'm a politician, you understand. And Nigerian politics is so sad, you understand, for the simple reason because most politicians, you understand, once they found wherever they are is not conducive, you understand, or it will not allow them to achieve their objectives, you understand, they tend to jump ship, you understand. That means that there's no ethics, there's no patriotism. It is not for the benefit of Nigeria or for Nigerians that they are where they are, you understand. APC and PDP are the same coin, you understand. They jump from here to here, from here to here, from here to here. No. A politician should have ethics, you understand. Should be patriotic, should have objectives, you understand. So wherever you are, if you find the environment not conducive, you try to change it. So he should stay there. It is his right to be wherever he wants to be, you understand. They are saying, okay, let him go and join another party. Why should he?
Do you suspect that?
The way they even went ahead means that they don't want him, you understand. There's an ulterior motive, you understand? Like I said, the process they followed is even against their party constitution. It is against it.
Do you get concerned that if Ali Ndume continues to push this narrative, because the last few days in particular, following even that interview and the fact that he has been replaced as the chief whip of the Senate, he continues to talk about the same issues. Do you, on that basis, suspect that the APC might expel him going forward?
Well, based on that, if they do, he has every right to go to court to challenge, because he has right of free association, right of conscience, you understand, right of thought, you understand. It is fundamental, you understand. It's enforceable, you understand. So they cannot. If they try to do that, well, if he decides he can go to court, if he decides he can go join another party, you understand. But left to me, it is fine where he is. Let him stay there and change that situation that he found himself in. Because if he doesn't stay there and decide to jump ship, they'll continue to do whatever they are doing, you understand, which would not be good for Nigeria, you understand. Back to our planned protest, you understand. For the protesters, my suggestion is this, and of course it boils down to a lot of other issues that have come up, religiously, you understand, socially, morally, economically, you understand. We know that in this kind of situations, we don't want Nigeria to become Sudan. We don't want it to become Sudan. We don't want it to become Haiti, you understand. So this thing should be done orderly. That is one. You have the right. You have the right of free association, free speech, and you are protecting the interests of Nigeria and Nigerians, you understand. So it should be done peacefully, and you should make sure that you tender what is bothering Nigerians, not personal issues, not personal grudges, not personal vendetta. That is one. And then for the clerics, you understand, they have been on the pulpits telling Nigerians that they shouldn't. It is not part of religion. Of course, it's not part of religion, you understand. But of course, during the election, run up to the election, what did they do? They went onto the pulpit and tell Nigerians that go and do Muslim ticket. And that's where we find ourselves in now. They have done Muslim ticket, and they themselves cannot go and tell them, look, what you are doing is not right.
Is this a problem of Muslim ticket?
I'm just telling you all the issues surrounding it. You understand? You understand? This is as regards the suggestion. You understand? They should tell government that under the Muslim ticket that this government come in. You understand? Under the Muslim ideology. You understand? Rule of law. If somebody gets killed innocently, without fault, you understand, just like that, you understand, the consequences is about 120 million naira. That is what is called dia, right to life, you understand. So they should do it peacefully, and if something happens to anybody intentionally, you understand, they are doing it peacefully, and then somehow, you understand, somebody or they get attacked or they get thrown tear gas and somebody loses his life. The Human Rights Watch, the lawyers, and the media, of course, I'm also part of the ecosystem, you understand. We should have our cameras and our reporters everywhere so that we can document. And then if something like that happens, the ICJ is there, International Court of Justice, you understand. Take the government there, pay these compensations. We won't take 5 million for the loss of life. It's because there is no justice, there is no fairness in Nigeria. That's why all these things are happening. You understand? So they should advise government to take it gradually, allow people to express their anger, their frustration, and then see if government will listen and provide the needed environment for people to thrive. You understand? Under the United Nations human rights, each and every one of us is born free with equal rights, equal dignity, you understand? But some people, that's Nigeria, you understand? They have more dignity than others, you understand? I don't want to go into all those other issues, understand? The 6 billion naira car park to park car. What for? Meanwhile, Nigerians are hungry, are doing 6 billion naira to do car park. Have you been to the National Assembly? What is wrong with that car park? You want to spend 6 billion just to park the 160 million vehicles that was bought for them. Under the code of conduct, they shouldn't, as a public officer, you shouldn't do things that will tend to favor you alone. They have their own national hospital. National Assembly, they have their own hospital. Going like this, they will soon have their own central bank. It is not fair. The presidency has its own hospital. How much have they budgeted for it? How much is there? How much has been budgeted in the other hospitals nationwide? That's the federal government hospitals, not talk of the state or the local government. It is sad, you understand? So Nigerians should be allowed, because nobody seems to be able to come out. The ulamas, the bishops, the pastors, the malams, the sheikhs, the law enforcement agency, INEC itself, nobody has been able. The civil society organizations have not been able to come out and defend Nigeria. Even the labor union, you understand? This is part of the things that labor should tender to government. It's not the issue of just agreeing to 70,000 naira. The issues are more than that. Okay, agree you are giving everybody 70,000. We are 220 in Nigeria. How many are there workers? The federal government workers, the state government workers, the local government workers. How many are they? Okay, we'll be very lavish. Let's say there are 20 million. And then you are giving them, even if it's 600,000, you are giving each and every one of them on a monthly basis. Can they be able to take care of 200 Nigerians? They will not be. They can't. Understand?
As it stands right now, there's a concern that even the NSAS protest has not addressed largely police brutality, which was the reason the protest happened in the first instance.
Yes.
If this particular one now planned for August 1 to 10th, were to take place, do you think it will accomplish the purpose? Let's even assume it was going to be peaceful, no violence. Yeah.
Well, in the medical parlance, there's also always a guinea pig. You are testing the efficacy of a drug.
Right.
You understand? What you do before you send it out to humans, you try it on a guinea pig, you understand, to see if it's effective. It will combat the illness, you understand. If you attack the virus, you understand. So it's done 10 days peacefully, and nothing happens. Government seems to be not bothered. Nigerians are still under the heavy burden, you understand. Give it 2 months, give it 3 months. Do it again. It's all right. That's part of democracy. That's the beauty of democracy. You understand? Until government listens. If it doesn't, well, when next election comes, this is now to Nigerians. Make sure you don't do Ghana must go. Make sure you don't do brown envelope. Make sure you don't do white envelope. Make sure you don't do cleans or spaghetti or Indomie or 2,000 naira at the polling station or 200 naira or pure water at the polling station. Make sure you don't do that. Make sure you do what the Constitution says. You're right. Your conscience. Be guided by your conscience. You understand?
All right, let's take a quick break, everyone. Now, we're just talking basically about the planned protest by those who say the economic hardship is biting harder by the day, and as such, they want to draw government attentions, it's very especially to this challenge. And they say that protest is scheduled for between 1st and 10th of August this year, and that's all else equal will commence in just a little over a week's time. But we'll take a quick break now. When we return, we'll bring you the rest of the discussion. To stay with us.
Global TV concept is the emerging, brand that everybody must watch. So I subscribe, and I'm prescribing that we must all be ready to begin to watch Global TV.
So keep watching Global TV, especially for updates on agriculture, food, commodities, and, without food, there is no great nation.
So please watch Global TV, because it's going to change your life. Global television is people's television. It's for the people. They focus on the content of deliverables.
Watching Global Television, channel 365 on your DSTV, the station to watch for your news and current affairs. Hey!
This is Global Television channel 365 on DSTV, the station to watch for your news and current affairs.
This is Global Television channel 365 on DSTV, a station to watch for current affairs and other societal news. Keep watching live.
Watching Global TV on DSTV channel 365, where don't touch it now, just watch.
This is Global TV. Keep watching on channel 365 on DSTV station and listening to the latest updates. Yay!
This is Global Television on DSTV channel 365. Keep watching. Yay!
Thank you for staying with us. So let's talk about how government views protests, planned protests like this one we're talking about right now. It's always about the opposition. Government would always say it's the opposition that's sponsoring it. In this case, the government of President Muhammadu Buhari, speaking through Bayo Onanuga, special advisor on information and strategy to the president, saying that Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 general election, is the one masterminding this protest. Is that not too sensitive a thing to say, or is it possible that Mr. Onanuga made that assertion or allegation on the strength of the information he has at his disposal?
Well, I don't know if he has any information at his disposal, you understand? But of course, in Nigerian political scenario, you understand, they're always finding, those in power are always looking at the opposition as if they are against them. Of course, the opposition is there to be a guardian angel, you understand, to be a shadow government. But sadly, in Nigeria, that is not the situation. We can't say other parties are performing that duty, you understand, of being a shadow government, to see and criticize and advise and try and defend Nigeria and Nigerians. They don't, you understand. So I'm not seeing it as a Peter Obi thing, you understand, or any other political party, you understand, because they themselves, they have their own internal issues. They have not been able to reconcile themselves. They are in one issue or the other, you understand. That's why other parties have not been able to find a common front to even sit down with government and say, look, government, what you are doing is wrong, you understand. If they have been able to get themselves together and there's that cooperation, you understand, and that understanding and that brotherliness, you understand, they are the ones that are supposed to be telling government, look, come and sit down with us. This is our advice, you understand. What you are doing is not good for Nigeria, you understand, because the objective is to make Nigeria great, you understand. So it's not a Peter Obi thing, you understand. So let's also look at it. Even the government, on its own part, I've read somewhere from the southern part, there's an organization which I've never had, you understand. Then there's another one from the north, you understand, that I've never had, you understand. They now came out, they said our youth will not be part of it. It is not, we are not going to join, it's not part of it. They are not talking for us, you understand. That they have information at their disposal that so things are going to happen. Okay, they have, you understand, the security agencies should invite them to come and tell them
what information
what information they have and who are those people, you understand, so that they will go and catch them, you understand. Instead of going to the media houses and telling them this, you understand, because that boils down to unpatriotism. They know that something like this is going to happen, and then you are refusing to tell government or the security agency, you understand. So that means that probably the government has a hand in probably funding this unknown organization to come out and say this, you understand. This hardship is affecting everybody. It's affecting everybody. Nobody is safe from whatever is happening. You understand? Let's go to the recently brought back national anthem. You understand? We agreed, and we prayed to the Almighty that, look, we agreed that you brought us together, our tongues and tribes, you understand, our color, our religion is different, but we agree and we thank you for bringing us together. You understand? That is the one thing that we have promised the Almighty, that we understand, and we thank you for doing that. And we want a country that has peace, justice, and fairness, you understand, and dignity of life, you understand. This is the country that we want to live to our children, you understand. So help us God. That's what we said in that district. And then you're coming out to tell us that no, that is wrong. If people have read the national anthem, then of course this planned protest, you understand, is in line with it, you understand, because what they intend to do, you understand, is to make Nigeria great, is to make Nigeria better for Nigeria and future generations, you understand. Nigerians, sit down with your children as old as probably 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years, and just switch on the telly. Let them see how other countries are and listen to what they will hear, what they will say. There was this day, I was in the parlor doing something else on the laptop, and then one of my child was moving between channels, from cartoon to movies to news to, and then suddenly found themselves in CGT, and you understand, documentary, and they see this beautiful China country. I said, so Daddy, if Nigeria has a good leader, Nigeria can become like China. I said, certainly. At that age, they know that Nigeria is not being governed well, properly, you understand, and they aspire Nigeria to be like China. What country do we have now? We're trying to live a country that's in shambles already. Like I said, we don't want Nigeria to become Haiti or Sudan, you understand. We want Nigeria to be like China or better than China in all ramifications, you understand.
All right. Now
so
that
it's left for whoever is in government to make that happen. To make that happen, you understand. Instead of carrying the money, packing the money, I don't know what for or where to. I don't know what they want to achieve.
All right. Having talked about that, it will appear this phenomenon of protest is becoming a continent-wide element. For example, I'm sure you are aware of what has happened in Kenya the last couple of weeks. The protest in Kenya over some tax reforms, which the president has now as it were, withdrawn. But even at that, as of today, we understand over 480 persons have been injured, at least 50 killed on account of this protest. As a matter of fact, on top of all of that, there's now the vehement call for the resignation of President William Ruto in Kenya. And then you move on to Uganda, another country within the East African space. We understand there's a protest being planned to happen there in a matter of days. The president, Yoweri Museveni, is now saying that he suspects that it is some foreign influences that are responsible. And he's telling the young people behind this protest to say, look, if you go ahead with it, you'll be playing with fire. Isn't there a lesson for African leaders beyond Nigeria?
There are countless lessons all over the place, understand? We just Nigerian leaders, they don't seem to have the capacity or the capability or the ability to read between the lines, understand, to understand the tempo of global situations and continental and sub-regional situations, you understand. I don't know what is wrong with them. Is it because they are cocooned within an environment that they don't get to feel what is happening? They are in wherever they are, probably in the government houses or probably in the hollow chambers of the National Assembly, so they tend not to know that out here, Nigeria is a different ballgame. If Nigerians or the leaders, Nigerian leaders, don't seem to take the lessons that is coming out from all these countries, you understand, then it is sad, you understand, because the objective of democracy is to provide good leadership, you understand, be accountable, be transparent, you understand, to those people that brought you onto power. It is not for you to do as you wish, as you please, but to do as the people that voted you want you to, you understand? So it is what we Nigerians say, this is what we want. That's what you should do. We say in Nigeria, we're telling the government, look, bring back subsidy. It's not for you to tell us that you cannot do.
Is that an economically sound action to take to reintroduce fuel subsidy?
Yes. That oil, between you and I, and every one of us in Nigeria, we were born and we met this oil, and we go and leave this oil. Nobody put a kobo for God to give Nigeria oil, you understand? It is there, but they said they cannot. What for? What do you use it for? You understand? And then to show you that that issue of fuel subsidy is just what do you say? A mirage? Is it a scam, or I don't know what to even call it, you understand? Now we have foreign refineries not working for donkey years, and they keep paying all those people huge sums of money and allowances. Nobody is raising an eyebrow, you understand? Now we have this gentleman, a true Nigerian, Dangote. He now say, okay, this problem has been there since before you and I were born, you understand? Okay, we will try and bring a refinery that will produce more than what Nigeria consumes. You understand? Nigeria, we were told from international outlets that the daily consumption then is like about 500,000 liters, you understand? Now he said he's going to do 650,000 liters, you understand? Instead of government to now support him with all the necessary things that he requires so that they will help Nigerians and even help the government, you understand? Because by the time he becomes operational, this 700 naira that we are seeing, it might not be that 700 naira. Probably it's going to be like 200 naira. And then all the lies, understand, Nigerians will get to know. Now they are trying to sabotage his effort. Give him the agreement that they had was that, okay, I'm going to supply you daily 300,000 barrels of crude oil, you understand? They have not been doing that. What for? They're sending it to who? What for? He's also buying now. You are also a shareholder. They lied to Nigerians that, look, we bought 60% of Dangote. Only for us now to realize that it is just 7%.
The government had actually said it was 20-something% they had, a little over 20%, but now we're hearing 7.6 or so.
Exactly. And then they went ahead and borrowed money from one lucky refinery district, and then they paid over 30-something million for facilitation. And I wonder what happened to the balance of that dollar amount, you understand? And only for us now to realize that it's just 7%, as against the 20% that they said they bought, you understand? And then give Dangote for you are not giving him.
Out of frustration now, Aliko Dangote is now saying that the NNPCL should buy him out.
Yes.
Is that the only option?
No. He knows they cannot buy him out. You understand? He knows they cannot. He knows they cannot.
Why can't they?
They don't have the guts. They don't have the capacity. They don't have the capability. You understand? To raise that money. You understand? To buy him out. They cannot. They don't have the money. There's no that patriotism to be able to do that. He's just teasing them. If you think you can do, come and do. You have 4 refineries for 20 years. They have not been able to function, and you spend billions of dollars doing what? Doing turnaround, doing repairs, and up to now they have not been functioning. He knows they cannot. They know they cannot. They know what they are doing. You understand? So, like I said, it is all lack of accountability. This government came out with about 8 manifestos. One of them is to do with improving the economy. Another is to do with job creation. Another is to do with security. They are there, countless of them, you understand? Oil industry is one of them. How they intend to expand it to provide more job opportunities, you understand? And then bring in more revenue to Nigeria. But why are they doing it? They're trying to strangle it. By not allowing Dangote to flourish, you are strangling the industry, you are strangling Nigeria, you are struggling Nigerians, you understand?
I'd like to say a very big thank you to Adamo Rabiu, politician and political analyst, for coming to help us straighten out some of these issues today. And we hope we're going to talk again real soon.
Thank you, Global TV. And thank you, Nigerians, for listening to us. And please stay tuned with Global TV. They are one of the up-and-coming stations that we should all try to support.
Thank you.
We can.
We appreciate that support as well. All right, this is we're leaving it with this particular discussion. When we return after this short break, my colleague Queen and I will be back here to draw the curtains on Global Morning, Monday's edition. Do stay with us.